Hi guys, and welcome to my latest haul video. I haven't done one of these in a while, and I've kind of been getting a few things here, a few things there, and so now I have a big haul video. And this is stuff from several different places, a couple different thrift stores, and then my secondhand art supply store, Artscraps, and my husband cleaning out the basement. I think there's a couple things from my friend who I made the mushroom stuff for. So, yeah, a lot of different sources. So, some stuff I just got for myself that has nothing to do with crafts, like these really nice gloves. They'll be great driving gloves in the winter. I have one pair of driving gloves for the winter, but these are a little warmer actually and softer. So I think these were like $3. Yeah, totally worth it. But for the most part, the rest of the stuff is craft stuff. So, okay, to start with, I have these lovely postcards that are Cary Grant. They're some of my favorite old movie stars, back when movie stars were like really stars. They really were highly regarded in the culture with justifiably, I would say, unlike a lot of stars today, which I just think are, well, we won't go there. Anyway, these are two of my favorites, Cary Grant and Katherine Hepburn. These are obviously not vintage. They're, well, let's see. I don't know when they were reprinted. They look like they were just made, though. But the movie is from, okay, it's from the movie Holiday, which I do not know. I will have to look that up because I thought it was going to be from Philadelphia Story, which is one of my favorite movies ever. This one is from The Talk of the Town, which I don't know if I've seen that one. Anywho, that's Jean Arthur and Cary Grant. So a couple more movies to look up on TCM, which I have on my telly, on my Kindle, everywhere basically, because I love to watch old movies. So I'm gonna make these basically journal cards. Well, I don't know. I probably won't do anything to them. I'll probably just leave them like this and journal on them that way. But yeah, I thought those are fun. So those will go in my own personal journal. Okay. Next we have some more paper. This is called Joss paper. It's like Chinese New Year kind of thing. Oh, and so I have a notebook here. Ignore that. This is my notebook I kind of write everything in. And so like I said, I've been getting a few things here, a few things there. And I got a little overwhelmed because I'm thinking I have to stop for a while. I have to stop bringing home stuff from the thrift store. First of all, I have to clean out a closet that I've been avoiding that's in my craft room so that I can have space, so I'm not completely covering the floor in my craft room with stuff. But also, I have so many projects that I want to do. You can probably relate to this. So what I wanted to do was just start making a list. When I buy this stuff, I think, ooh, I know what I could do with that. I could make an Asian journal. So I just wanted to start making a list of all the things I think I want to make with this stuff. Because a lot of times, you know, I bring it home and then I put it away and I forget about it. And I forget about the project that I wanted to do with it. So instead of doing that this time, I'm going to go through it with you and then write down, you know, if there's a specific project associated with it, and then we'll go from there and see if this list is 4 miles long, like I'm dreading, or if it's actually manageable. We'll see. Okay. Next thing, this is a die cut of a cute little watering can for gardening. It was $2. Totally reasonable price. That was from one of the thrift stores. And this one I'm actually gonna send to my friend Sue in Australia, because I think she would like it, and use it more than I would. But you know, it's just one of those things that I thought of her when I saw it, so I'm hoping she can use it. So it's going in the box of stuff for Sue. So that's not a project. So we'll just put that over to the side. Box o stuff that I have to send to Sue. You can hear my wind chime. It's very windy out there tonight. I think it's like -9 wind chill, so I'm happy to be indoors. Okay, next thing. A recycled all-purpose sales order, carbonless sets. So sales slips. This is obviously not for a specific project. It's just for, you know, any kind of ephemera, and it's got yellow sheets and white sheets, and they're numbered slips. So yeah, so that's not for a specific project, but that was worth, what did I pay for it? Like $1 or something. Yeah. Yes, $1. Okay. I'll just put that on the floor. Okay, next I have this lovely little accordion folder. Yeah, opens like this. Okay, so this I was going to keep some of my larger pieces of fussy cuts, that kind of thing, like partial pages of illustrations from children's books, stuff like that. Because I have little envelopes or pockets in my ephemera folder, journal holder thing, but this would be for bigger pieces. So yeah, I thought that would work good, and I like that it's clear, that I'll be able to see into it pretty easily. Okay. Next, rope. Now you're thinking, what on earth? Well, I'm not doing macrame, but I am going to use this to make a fabric bowl, which Rachel from Roxy Creations has fabulous directions on. She has a video of how she made hers, which I have watched a couple of times because I do want to make one, and this was $1. So that's another project. Okay, this is Fun Fur Novelty Yarn. This is great for bookmarks, for just little accents on tags and stuff like that. That was $1. Totally great price, especially for this kind of yarn. So yeah, that's not a specific one, so we'll just put that aside. Next we have a huge box of CD DVD labels, and these are matte, they're not shiny. So they're sticker sheets, basically. Now they do have circles. I guess those are for the DVDs. So they've got like, let's see, 2 little ones. No, 4 little ones. Sorry, that was a horrible sound. So 4 little circles, 2 big circles on each sheet. And I figure I could use these for stamping, for printing out some stuff, for collaging. But basically, you know, they're sticker sheets. And I mean, I think it was $1 for this huge package. And I thought I could probably get a lot of fun stickers out of this, even though it's, you know, taken up with some shapes that I may or may not want. I could make it work. So, yeah, that was a fun thing. Okay, we'll put that away later. Let's see, how much did I pay for this? Yeah, it was $1. I mean, you can't go wrong. Okay, so I'll put stickers down here. Right. Okay, and then we have some beaded stuff. And this was actually half price, so it was $3 instead of $6. And it's this really pretty bracelet. I have one exactly like this, just different beads and a different button. But I took a class to make it when I thought I was gonna do a bunch of jewelry. But look at that button, isn't it gorgeous? I love it. So I might just keep this and wear it. I don't know. I'll have to play with it. But I really bought it to take it apart and make charms and bead dangles. And the same with this stuff. I love green, so I could not resist this necklace, I guess it is. Really love these little beads. So those are fun. I like the way they put them in here too. They didn't go through the hole in the middle. Instead, they tied the beading string around the outside from the hole to the outside. So I thought that was kind of cool. Anyway, yeah, I definitely bought this one to take apart and use the beads. And how much was this one? I don't know. They're very reasonable. And then this is so cute. I love this. I think this is a Hmong creation, because I've seen stuff like this at the farmer's market with these really gorgeous little pieces like this. I wish I knew how to make that, but isn't that pretty? Oh, I should turn my light on. I always forget that. Okay, there. Now you can see it's like a whole little weaving thing here. And then these kind of remind me of bullion knots. And then these beads are really pretty too. So, yep, taking that apart. Okay, so bead dangles. We'll put those baggies aside. Bead dangles and charms, which I have been wanting to work on even before I got those. Next we have a packet of blue striped paper, which I thought was perfect for you know, like a 9x6 journal, because the lines are going the right way. So yep, nice neutral blue striped paper. I'm not going to write that down because it doesn't really go with any specific journal. Okay, then I found this, which I can't even fit in the window. It's this huge pile of like poster board paper. So really nice thick cardstock. It's even got kind of a texture. So there's some different colors in here. Ooh, that's shiny. I like that. That's a nice green. There's a brown, some yellow, some white, a black, which I don't know if we'll use black. I'm not really into black. That's a weird texture. Ooh. Anywho, this was a couple bucks, and I thought it would make a lot of tags. A lot of tags and journal cards, nice frames for illustrations, that kind of thing. So, good deal. Not for a specific project, just more fun paper. Okay. Speaking of paper, then we have stuff that my husband found in the basement. He's been cleaning out our basement, and this is some old IBM Fortran coding forms. Oh, and he also found me a stack of IBM punch cards too, which I've already put away in my stash, which I forgot about until now. But anyway, yeah, so I've got this paper. There's more of it than this, but I just wanted to grab a few pieces so I could show you guys in the video. So that'll be some fun, interesting paper. And then we have this, which is just like dot matrix printer paper. It's got those holes on the edge. I don't know if you guys are old enough to remember that paper. Oh, and we got some more green paper back here too. So yeah, a fun variety of computer papers from, I don't know when, a long time ago, the 80s. I think it was in the 80s. Yeah, there's some really old stuff in our basement. Stuff from his college days, stuff from my college days, and probably earlier. So, yeah, we're finding some interesting treasures down there. Okay. Next, we have some old computer part catalog. I guess this is a catalog, yeah. And it's got, you know, sciencey looking graphs. He thought I might want to use those. So those look fun, like for collage. So I might just go through and cut those out. I don't really care about these type of pictures, but I like the little graphs. Ooh, and that's a piece of vellum. Neat. Okay, so yep. Fussy cut graphs. I'll write that out. I'll write that down. Fussy cut graphs from computer catalog. Okay, I think this is whoops, got my microphone cord. I think this is another one. LED product selector guide. Yep, more graphs. Okay, so we'll just put an S on there. All right, move that aside, and I can just put these beads with my beading stuff in my drawer to get those out of the way. Okay, what do we have? This is also from the basement, 1981. And this has, oh, okay, it has little diagrams. Those will be good for collage fodder and whatnot. Ooh, more diagrams. And then most of it is this. Tables of numbers and letters. So that's fun. Save that. I won't be I'll probably just leave this intact and, you know, take a page from it when I need it, as opposed to the fussy cutting the other stuff. Okay, and then I have this little stack. This was from my mushroom friend. She gave me that Victoriana calendar, and then she got that, well, I don't know where she got that, but she got this stuff from an estate sale. So this is a super old passport for Andreas Rosenberg. I'm not sure what country he's from, but this is a kroner. I don't know. It's a little water damaged, but what a great picture, you know. Just a sweet, sweet looking man from 3rd of November 1924. Maybe that's when he was born? I don't know. I don't have a passport currently, so I don't remember like what the format is. Anywho, so I could work that into some kind of journal. I'm not sure yet what to do with it specifically, so that's just going to go in the pile, the thinking about it pile. Next we have a book. This is from Arc thrift store, one of my favorite thrift stores. An old knitting book, and I already know how to knit, but oh, that's fun. It has a lot of drawings in it that I love. Look at this. Isn't this cute? Little sheep. And a lot of knitting diagrams and these cute little illustrations. There's another one. So yeah, that's got fun stuff to cut out. Basically, the pictures is what I wanted it for. The pictures and the diagrams. So I guess this is a fussy cutting one. So I'll just put that in the fussy cut pile. What else? Well, let's just go to the next book. This is from the thrift store. Probably a lot of you are familiar with these books. I think this is a series. I have not bought them before, but I've seen them in the thrift store a lot. And this one appealed to me when I flipped through it. There's a lot of fun pictures in it that I like. There's these music sheets. And what else? I thought that was hilarious. When your laundry freezes on the line. Just some pretty pictures. I thought just like even framing one of those little vases would be really nice little illustration for like a tag or a journal card. Oh, what else? Like that. I love that picture. Just cut out that part for a journal card. So stuff like that. That's a nice picture. These don't really appeal to me. They're a little too staged. I like the actual photographs. Like that. That's cute. Playing marbles. Oh, I do like that because I love typewriters. I did actually learn to type when I was in junior high school. I took a typing business class, and I still remember the instructor standing at the front of the room, and he would like call out what we were supposed to type. And I remember him saying A, semicolon, A, semicolon. So, yeah, that brings back memories. I'm glad I learned to type, though. Now it's quite useful. Oh yeah, and these are from Nadine, my mushroom friend. Okay, this is super cute. Calling all girls. It's got like fun old vintage ads. When is this from? Where? Oh, November 1964. Awesome. So cool little illustrations. Oh, comics. I love it. So I'm going to have to read this before I chop it up. It looks really fun. Your crowning glory. That's your hair. Oy. I love this. It's like bad hair, good hair for your face type, I guess. Sailing to victory. Okay, so yeah, this is fun. And then this one, Nadine was saying you could cut these out, these individual things, and put them in the journal. Yeah, I could put them on journal cards or tags or whatever, but it's like dream explanations. So if you dream of briars, if you dream you are passing through places covered with briars, it foretells troubles. If they prick you, some secret enemies are trying to injure you. If they draw blood of you, expect losses in your business. If you pass through them without injury, you will triumph over your enemies. I love it. So yeah, that would be fun to just pick like, 2 or 3 different ones randomly and stick them on a tag. That could be super fun. So yeah, those are not a specific project, but just more fun stuff to cut out. Although maybe they could be, like a dream journal. I gotta think about that. Because my dream journal would not be the same as a lot of other people's dream journals. Mine would be more funky and funny. Okay, this I got at the thrift store. I thought I don't know. I lost my mom 4 years ago, and it still feels pretty new. I miss her a lot. We were pretty close. So this book kind of got me, in the heartstrings. I love the photographs. They're beautiful. Oh, look at that. So I thought maybe there might be a way to use some of the photographs, just even partials. Like, look at these faces of these women. Aren't they beautiful? So I thought it might be nice to, I don't know, I wouldn't put them all in one journal, but just like, maybe one here, one there, in a journal. Because, I know there are some men that do junk journals, but you gotta figure most of us that are doing junk journals are women. And we would appreciate these pictures more, I think, of mother and daughter. And everybody does journaling different, I know, but I just think it could be really special to have sort of a celebration of mother and daughter in a junk journal. And, I don't even have to like call it out as a mother and daughter. I could just have that photograph in there, and then the owner of the journal can interpret it as they will. But I just think it's nice to have real women's faces instead of like fashion shoot kind of stuff. That stuff really makes me ill. So I like this. I like seeing real women's faces. And these are great photographs. Look at that one. That's just gorgeous. Okay, so yeah, this is Fussy Cutting Women's Faces. So I think I will write that one down. FC for Fussy Cutting Women's Faces. Mothers and Daughters book. Okay. Okay, next we have a magazine. This was much thinner than the book, but it was a whole 79 cents. And I saw Cindy at Studio Lou using a Birds and Blooms magazine. I think it was Cindy. And I thought, oh, I'm going to have to look for that magazine. I haven't seen that before. It's got some great pictures of birds and flowers. So, yeah, there's some really wonderful bird pictures in here. No, not you. Sorry. And flowers. Really gorgeous. So, yeah, this is totally for fussy cutting. I'll just put birds. Bird mag. Okay, then we have this one, Bloomsbury at Home. Now this is the Bloomsbury group, which, if you're not familiar, was a literary group in like the time of Virginia Woolf, and it was like a bunch of literary types that hung out together, literary and artistic. Picasso was one of them. So in this book there's photographs like that. Virginia and Vanessa Woolf. So that's Virginia Woolf and her sister playing cricket. So some great old photographs, and then these paintings, which I'm not sure if they are Picasso paintings, but I really like the look of them. I thought these could be great for collage. There's Virginia Woolf, more recognizable photo. Yeah, so some really gorgeous, kind of Victorian time, maybe a little later. But yeah, the whole Bloomsbury thing really appeals to me as a writer. Okay, Bloomsbury, Fussy Cut Bloomsbury. Okay, then this one I actually ordered from Thrift Books recently. It's a book I've been wanting off and on for several years, partly because Audrey Hepburn is one of a kind, and people used to say that my mother in her youth looked like Audrey Hepburn, so that kind of appeals to me, but then also just Audrey herself. And there's some, one of a kind pictures of her in this book. She's amazing. And I wanted to use this for inspiration for making rubber stamps. That's one of my goals this year, is to start carving again, because I used to carve a lot of rubber stamps. And I did some faces, and what I would do is find a photo I liked and trace it and just do, black and white, either carved or not carved out spots. So I don't know, I'm not explaining this very well. But yeah, I wanted to try some of these pictures like this one. Maybe make it smaller on my photocopier and then um, trace it and make a carving of a gorgeous woman. So, yeah, she's pretty amazing. So I'm not going to cut up this book. I'm going to keep it intact and just trace from it. Okay. So, stamp carving. So I want to start a series of doing, carving stamps. I probably won't start with an Audrey Hepburn stamp. I'll start with something easier like pattern stamps. Okay, so I got that from Thrift Books. I also got this, and I think this was after I saw Cindy at Studio Lou got one of these books at her thrift store, and so I looked it up on thrift Books, and there's a bunch of different volumes of these, and so I just picked one that was available, and it was not very expensive. I think I already took the price tag off. It was just a few dollars. And these are from the 30s, so they have nice yellowed pages, and it's just a, volume of sheet music. Really, I love sheet music. I can't get enough of it. I don't know why. But I just think it's gorgeous. And so I was thinking specifically of these. They're nice and big, that I would make envelopes. Maybe not the whole book, but a bunch of envelopes, and then decorate them with collage and stuff. But I don't have many envelopes in my ephemera stash right now, so that's something I want to make. Okay, what else? Okay. This I got. This is a quilt piece. It's old. And it was, I don't know if it's vintage, but it looks vintage, right? And that's what I was after. And I got this from an Etsy seller. I'll look them up and put a link below. But it wasn't too expensive, and I wanted like an old quilt piece to use to make needle books. I've made needle books before and had a lot of fun making them. I've got one fancy one here that I made with all my, well, probably not all, but a bunch of my batik fabrics, and made this lovely piece, of all these different squares of different batik fabrics. And then I followed, actually, Lori Holt was doing this needle book for free on her YouTube, and that's how I made it, was after her pattern. And I just love it. I love how gorgeous it is on the outside, and I wish I would have put more pages in here, but I could make another one. And I have currently another one that I use that's smaller than this one, that's very different looking. I used upholstery fabric on it and like an applique on the front, but I want to make some to sell, so I thought I could use some quilt fabric like this for little needle books. So that's what that is for. Another project. So needle books from quilt fabric. Okay. Put that aside. Oh yeah, I haven't put these away. just set those aside. Okay. Recently, Louisa did a video on taking old postcards and making them more interesting, and I just loved this idea, what she did. She like cut out pieces, little squares or rectangles out of the postcard and replaced them with something else that she made. I don't remember if it was painted paper or what, but the end result was really interesting. I loved how it looked. So I got some old postcards. Some of these I may not use for that, but a bunch of them I did get specifically for that. Let's see. We've got, you know, stuff like this that, yeah, it's pretty, but maybe we could do something else with it. Here we go. That's cute. I was going to keep that. This could be really interesting, or I might just cut out this illustration of a quilt. It's so pretty. I thought this was hilarious. Chicago, Illinois, Convention Center of the World. Like, that's a great claim to fame. When is this from? Let's see, is there a year on here? No. Anyway, as my husband pointed out, yeah, I don't think that's them anymore. I think that's Las Vegas now. Probably true. Okay, and this would be a great one to alter, to modify. This one, especially that one's kind of boring. A Greyhound bus station. I think that's also Chicago. Yeah. A Best Western Hotel postcard. So, yeah, that's what I got most of these for. So, postcard alteration project. We'll just say altering postcards. Okay. What's next? Oh, I got this fabric from Joann's. It's a remnant, although it doesn't look like I got a deal on it. I think it was just a remnant. And I love this fabric. It's so gorgeous. I have some fabric kind of like this that I used to make a soft case for my light pad that I use for tracing embroidery patterns, and so that reminded me of this, but I don't know what I'm going to use this for. I was just like, it's so pretty, I have to buy it, and I always look in the remnant bin. So I think I want to use it to make journal covers. I think it would be really pretty to do that. It would still need more, you know, on the cover than just that, but I would use lace and stuff like that. So what should we call this? We'll call it the Rivoli. How about that? Rivoli fabric journal cover. Fabric Rivoli journal covers. Okay. See, this list is getting a little long. Napkins. I got these at the thrift store today. Not a specific project, just thought they were very pretty and they would work great for collage. Okay. A tool. I got this at Artscraps. I thought this would work great for the, what do you call it? The jelly print thing. Yep. And I also got from the bulk bin corks. Now I got these for the carving project. Where did I put carving? Stamp carving. Okay. Because I forget who was talking about this, but they were talking about using these as bases for gluing on your tiny stamps that you carve, like little pattern stamps. So that's what I want to do with the corks. And I found this at Artscraps, block printing ink. So that should be fun to play with. I could also use that on the jelly plate. I got this at Artscraps. It is metallic texture paste. And I love this color. I bet you Barbara from 49 Dragonflies would like this. It's not really metallic, it's more pearlescent, I think, which is fine. I like that. So that'll be fun. That's not a specific project. A couple more sewing things. I got some self-threading needles. This was from Artscraps too, so it's not full. It just has 3 needles, but they're self-threading, and I do a lot of hand embroidery, so I thought those would be useful. Then I found some buttons. You can never have too many buttons, you know? I love using buttons for embroidery, for journal things, just basically anything. I love buttons. Okay. Then I found this. This was on sale at Artscraps, and she said I got the last one. They had 10 of them come in, and they're brand new. And these are the watercolor pencils, so yay! This is a super fun find. I did get some stamps. Now these, I don't know exactly what I'm going to use them for. Like, I didn't have a specific journal in mind, but they were so cute. I just love the little girls. So, yeah, I like those. And then these, I don't use words as a rule in my ephemera. I don't like them. I think they're obnoxious. That's just me. But I thought I could still use these for, you know, partial stamping to get the text, because I do like the font of the text on here. And I like that one. I could do that one because it's not bossy, you know, it's just a noun. So, yep, stamps. What else we got? Okay, I got these labels. So it's the paper looks like this, and then the stickers are like different shapes on each sheet. So these are circles, these are squares, etc. I think these are big rectangles, or maybe that's the whole shape. Let's see. Oh, okay, these are little like labels. Oh, that's cool. I just basically saw 7 gypsies and I was like, yep, getting that, whatever it is, because they always made cool stuff. I don't know if they're around anymore. Okay, a couple of Dover books. Well, actually, I don't know that that one's Dover, but this one is. Okay, so medieval herb, plant, and flower illustrations. Now, they are all black and white. I don't know why those are, I guess, cut out. And they're thin paper, but that's okay. I can glue it onto the backing, and I could use them in collage or tags or whatever. They're really nice illustrations, and sometimes it's nice to have black and white, and not everything has to be in full color. And you don't lose anything on the back because the backs are blank. So that was cool. And then this one was initials, clip art initials, very pretty. Thought those would make great charms, like to have at the ready for journals, and then, you know, when I find out the person's name who's going to buy the journal, I just add that letter charm to their journal. So, and they're all, it looks like every page is the same except for the letter. And they're all rectangular pieces, so that's convenient. Well, okay, that one's not and that one's not, but most of them are. So, oh, and there's some blank ones in the back. Cool. Yeah, that'll be very useful. And then I got some paper from Artscraps. So I got 2 of these big packs of scrapbooky type paper. It is just one-sided, but I thought, looking through it, I thought, yeah, I would use most of these. I like these colors. And this one, I don't know if you can see. Here we go. Lots of greens in this one, and I love green. Green anything, basically. Some script papers in there, but lots of flowers. Would work good in any journal. Some music paper, more flowers. Okay, so those were really good prices. They look mostly full. So, is that it? Did I? Oh yeah. One more thing. Oh no, a couple more things. Oh, but this was a big one for me. I spent a lot of time on this. At Artscraps, they had 2 drawers full of postage stamps. And I stood there and picked out all of these stamps. It was so much fun, you guys. I love postage stamps. So I got lots of Christmas ones. I love Christmas stamps. Those will go in journals eventually. So I picked out, it was like $5 for an envelope, and you can stuff it as full as possible. So lots of cool stamps. And there's a lot of repeats, which is fine with me, you know. It's like if I like a stamp, even better that I find 10 of them. Like this one. Carl Sandburg, who was a great poet. I think he wrote that one about fog comes in on little cat feet, something like that. And I thought that would be really fun to make a tag or a journal card and use this stamp and, you know, part of a poem of his. So, yeah. So that gave me lots of ideas, picking out these stamps, how I could use them in journals. Okay, and then I picked up a couple of jean jackets. Now, you're wondering, why are you talking about clothing? I thought this was a craft video. But I have gotten into this habit. I started doing this last year where I would buy jean jackets and then embroider on them or sew on them, really, because I was learning free motion sewing. So here's an example of one of the jackets that's in my Etsy store now. And this is what I did to it. I added that little sort of collage thing, and this comes off, it's got a little clip so you can take that off when you wash it. And it's got this in the shape of Minnesota, because I'm in Minnesota and I love Minnesota. And then on the back is a moose. And I love this moose. He's so fun. So I've done like 5 or 6 of these mooses, and I love doing this like stripy thing with different fabrics and then sewing it on with free motion. And I don't know if I used variegated thread, not sure, looks like it. Anyway, so that was really fun to do. So I got this one, is smaller size, it's not adult, it's kids. And so I thought it would be fun to do just some hand embroidery, you know, do more slow stitching. So what I do is I look for the spots where there's not a pocket, like this area here, before it gets into the pocket area, so that I can sew, you know, right through it. And then also, these are fake pockets, aren't they? Yeah, I hate fake pockets. Well, anyway, I could, but that's nice because then I can sew embroidery all the way up to there and do like, did I do a pocket thing on here? No, not that one. Well, I have on other jean jackets, I've sewn lace onto the edge of the pocket flap. That looks cool. And then there's this area up here. I have one that I did the Minnesota, the state thing up here. But, you know, I'm not going to do Minnesota. I'm going to do other stuff. So come up with my own designs, or look what designs I have in books, and do some embroidery by hand. So that'll be a nice slow stitching project. So I've got that one, and then of course the back, you have a whole big area to work with, you know, these 3 panels, and up there too, really. So yeah, that's a slow stitching project. And I got 2 of those, one adult and one child, and actually the adult one fits me, so I'm going to make that for me. Okay, so I'm going to write down slow stitch jean jackets. And then I got this red, these are at the thrift store, so it was already cheap, and then they had it 50% off, so it was like $3, I think. $4. But I mean, $4. Now what am I going to do with it? I'm not sure. I had a couple of ideas. I just love this color red. It's so gorgeous. So I thought one idea was make a pillow, make, you know, the front of this, well, actually I could use the front and the back for the pillow. That's one idea. The other idea I had was maybe make some cuffs, you know, to wear around your wrist, and sew different things on them. I just love the idea of cuffs. I've done a couple different ones from my Etsy store before, but I want to make some more. So that's a couple ideas for that. Let me write that down. So red sweater. Maybe I could do both. Pillow and cuffs. And I will make videos about these, you know, these different projects that I'm going to do, like the slow stitching on the jean jackets. I'll definitely come on and show how I do that and what designs I come up with and all that stuff. I think that could be a really fun series. Okay, do I have anything left? Oh yes. So I got this at Artscraps. This whole thing was $2. I mean, come on, $2. And it's got all this pretty upholstery fabric, and I can do all kinds of stuff with this. I can make pockets, I can make journal covers, I can use it for slow stitching. I saw one, there's one fabric in the back here. Doesn't this look like a Dr. Seuss tree? I mean, it's so crazy looking. Okay, this one. Oh, I love it. So I was thinking maybe of cutting some of this one and using it in my Roxy's Journal of Stitchery. I think that would go really well in there. Even though it's not truly vintage, it looks vintage. So, yep. And there's so many different fabrics in here. Here, let me start from the front. I don't know why they put those in there. I guess because that shows a bigger piece of what the overall pattern looks like. This is like your parachute. I don't know. So, you know, I don't love every piece in here, but I like a lot of them. That's gorgeous. Dragonflies. Neat. So this was totally worth $2. My gosh. It'll probably last me a long time. But I really want to use this stuff, you know? I don't want to hoard it. I want to chop into it and use it and make stuff. Make all the things that I'm dreaming of when I see it in the store. So I'm doing this video to kind of hold myself accountable to do this stuff. And also if I forget, I can look back at it later. Oh, that one must have got cut out. Or maybe that's just a different shade of it. I don't know. Yeah, in case I forget, what was I going to do with that? Then hopefully I can look back at this video and remember. Cute. And I think this video has gone on a long time. I had a lot of stuff, you know, and I love haul videos myself, so I thought you guys would be interested in seeing everything that I've been hoarding, that I've been collecting. I haven't hoarded it yet. It hasn't been long enough. Ooh, that's neat. Seashells. A seahorse. Cool. So I think I've covered everything. Oh, nope, there's one other thing that's not that exciting. Well, not as exciting as this. Oops, sorry. I'm bouncing you all over the place. That's interesting. Okay, so enough of that. You get the idea. That was almost the whole book. So my $2 upholstery sampler. Dang. It's like grabbing my phone and everything. Alright. This is the last thing. Ta-da! $2 for, it's like a magazine holder or something, but I'm going to use it to hold paper, obviously. Paper and or books. But I like it because it's vertical. It's a vertical storage space. I like that. That will help me. Okay, so I think that's everything. Oh no, I found something else. It's some thread, some crochet thread. Now that's it, really, I promise. Okay, we're really going now. So thanks for hanging out with me, guys. I hope you enjoyed this haul and my list of possible things I'm going to do with it. All right, I'll see you in the next video.